There are some stories in the Bible that sound so unbelievable that you may wonder, did this really happen? This is one of them. A story of death, betrayal, broken promises, a woman who was pushed aside, and a man who thought he was right, until the truth was placed directly in front of him and he was forced to look at his own mistakes. Her name was Tamar, and this is her story. Long before Tamar's story began, Judah, one of Jacob's sons, moved away from his brothers. He settled in the land of Canaan. There, Judah married a Canaanite woman, and they had 3 sons. Their names were Onan, and Shelah. As the years passed, Judah arranged for his first son, to marry a young woman named Tamar, and that marriage would change everything. Tamar entered Judah's family as a wife. She had a husband, a new home, and perhaps she dreamed of raising children of her own. But her husband, was not a good man. The Bible tells us that was wicked in the sight of the Lord. And then, something terrible happened. Died. Just like that, Tamar became a widow. She had lost her husband. She had lost her future. And she was still young. In that world, being a widow could mean living with great uncertainty. She had lost not only a marriage, but the future she thought she would have. She had no child, no son to carry on the family line, no clear future. But according to the custom of the family, there was still hope.
Give her a son.
Judah had another son named Onan. So Judah told Onan to marry Tamar. The reason was simple. If Onan had a child with Tamar, that child would continue the family line of his dead brother But Onan did something wicked. He refused to fulfill his responsibility. He wanted the benefits, but not the responsibility. God saw what he did, and Onan died.
Onan did not survive.
Again, Tamar became a widow. Imagine what this must have felt like. Tamar had already buried one husband. Now she had lost another. 2 husbands, 2 funerals. 2 times she had watched the future she hoped for disappear. She was young, but grief had already become a familiar companion. And yet, there was still one son in Judah's family, Selah. Judah looked at Tamar. Then he looked at his youngest son, and Judah became afraid. Perhaps he thought, what if Shelah also dies? So Judah told Tamar, go back to your father's house, remain a widow until Shelah grows up. Tamar had no choice. She returned to her father's house, and she waited, and waited, and waited. And Shelah grew older. She waited for the promise Judah had made, but Judah never sent for her. Eventually, Tamar realized something. Judah had no intention of giving Shelah to her. She had been betrayed. The promise had been broken. She had been left waiting, with no husband, no child, and no secure place in Judah's family. But Judah continued with his own life. One day, Judah's wife died. After mourning her, Judah traveled to Timnah for the sheep shearing, and Tamar heard about it. That was when Tamar made a decision, a dangerous decision, a decision that would change Judah's life forever. Tamar knew Judah was going to pass by a certain road, so she removed her widow's clothing. She covered herself with a veil, and she sat by the roadside. But why? What was Tamar planning? Judah came down the road. He saw the veiled woman, but he did not recognize Tamar. Judah assumed she was a prostitute, but Tamar asked an important question. Judah promised to send her a young goat from his flock, but Tamar asked for something as a guarantee. Judah asked what she wanted, and Tamar requested 3 things: his seal, his cord, and his staff. These were personal items that could identify their owner. Judah gave them to her, and he went to her. 3 personal objects, 3 pieces of evidence, and Judah had no idea how important they would soon become. Afterward, Tamar returned home and removed her veil. Judah continued his journey. Later, he sent his friend Hira with the promised goat. Hira searched everywhere, but he couldn't find the woman. Where is the woman who was sitting here? Nobody knew what he was talking about. The woman had disappeared. And Tamar had taken Judah's personal items with her. About 3 months later, Judah received shocking news. Tamar, your daughter-in-law, has committed immorality, and now she is pregnant. Judah was furious. Bring her out. Let her be punished.
Bring her out.
Judah believed Tamar had shamed his family.
Let her be burnt.
He was ready to condemn her. He did not ask questions. He did not investigate. He simply judged. He believed he knew exactly what had happened. But he did not know the whole story. Tamar had something to say. Tamar sent a message to Judah, not an angry message, not a long explanation, just a simple message. I am pregnant by the man who owns these things. Then she presented the evidence. His seal, his cord, and his staff. Judah knew those things. They belonged to him. The room became silent. Judah stared at them. His face changed. He recognized them. They belonged to him. And suddenly, Judah realized the truth. The woman he had condemned was Tamar, and the man who had caused her pregnancy was himself. This was the moment Judah could have lied. He could have blamed Tamar. He could have denied everything. He could have pretended he didn't know her. But Judah finally faced the truth.
She is more
and he
righteous
said,
than I.
She is more righteous than I. Those words were powerful, because Judah had been ready to punish Tamar while ignoring his own failure. Judah had judged Tamar, but now he had to judge himself. He had promised Tamar his youngest son and failed to keep his word. He had condemned her. While ignoring his own wrongdoing for once, Judah stopped defending himself. He admitted the truth, but now he could no longer hide. Tamar gave birth to twins, 2 boys. The first baby appeared to be coming out first. The midwife tied a scarlet thread around his wrist. This one came out first. But then, something unexpected happened. The baby pulled his hand back, and another child came out first. Everyone was amazed. The midwife said, "How did you break through?" And they named him Perez. The other child was named Zerah. 2 sons, 2 lives, and a future that nobody could have imagined emerged. Tamar's story did not end there. Her son Perez became part of the family line that would eventually lead to King David. And generations later, that same family line would lead to Jesus Christ. Think about that. A woman who had been betrayed, a woman who had been pushed aside, a woman whose story is difficult to understand, became part of a story much bigger than herself. God's plan continued through Tamar. Tamar's story teaches us something important. Sometimes people who look like the villains are carrying pain that nobody knows about. Sometimes the person shouting the loudest about someone else's mistakes needs to look at their own heart. Judah thought Tamar was the problem, but when the truth came out, he discovered that he had failed her. Judah's greatest moment was not when he judged Tamar. It was when he admitted, "She is more righteous than I." Because admitting that we are wrong takes courage. Tamar's story is not a simple story. It contains loss, injustice, deception, and difficult choices. But it also contains something powerful: truth. Judah was forced to face the truth about himself. And Tamar's story reminds us that we should never be too quick to judge someone when we don't know the whole story. Before we point a finger, we should ask, have I looked at my own heart? Before we condemn someone, we should ask, am I being fair? And when we discover that we are wrong, we should have the courage to admit it, because sometimes the hardest person to face is ourselves. Tamar's story may sound unbelievable, but it is recorded in the Bible, and perhaps the most surprising part is this. The story that began with betrayal eventually became part of the family line of Jesus. So remember Tamar, remember Judah, and remember this: you may not understand your story today, but God can still be writing something much bigger than you can see. Warm, energetic. If this story surprised you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more incredible Bible stories here at Epic Scrolls Studios.